What's up, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm here with my partner Riaz, bringing you guys the Saturday game here for NFL. So usually later in the season they do the Saturday games. We were supposed to have two tonight, but unfortunately, due to COVID protocols, that didn't happen. We don't have a Pixmas play tonight, so if you haven't joined us yet, PrizePicks is doing the 12 days of Pixmas. So they've been targeting these NFL games since they've been on. Usually they'll give you a discount. Maybe we'll see a passing yards discount for either Mac Jones or Wentz. Maybe a rushing yards for Jonathan Taylor. Maybe that drops to like 75, 80-ish. So we'll see. I know they got something going on for the Jake Paul fight tonight. If you never played PrizePicks before, it's a really awesome site. They're super interactive with the community, as you can see so far up until Christmas with these promotionals. You can sign up using promo code UPSTATE. That'll give you a 100% deposit match on your first deposit. If you deposit 100 back to play with, instantly double your money. It's awesome. We cover NBA over here and NFL. We've been doing some UFC as well. So the next pay-per-view for UFC is going to be in January, but there's a really good fight night tonight. So if you can hop in the free Discord, we'll be talking stuff about UFC, talking NFL tonight, NBA, of course, every night. So awesome. We'll probably even be talking a little bit about the boxing match. So super awesome, completely free. You can hop in there, and we're on the road to 1,000 subs. We're 20 subs away, around there, 20, 30. So if you can hit that subscribe button, please hit that. It would be amazing to get there before the end of the year. So we'll start this game off with the passing yards category. Two guys here that we've seen really low floors. I mean, I'd say let's wipe the game against Buffalo away, where Mac Jones threw the ball three times. If you wipe that away, he's had a decent little stretch of games where he's been throwing the ball. Started off the season hot. And we've seen him throw the ball 45 times in a game. Carson Wentz is a guy that can wow you with his arm. But between these two, Riaz, I mean, are we liking unders? Are we liking overs? I mean, it's two guys. We just don't know what to expect tonight.
Yeah, definitely two really good defenses. I'm kind of leaning more towards Carson Wentz just on the fact that with the narrative, the Colts are really going to have to rely on Carson Wentz in a big way here tonight. This front seven for New England is no joke. We see this every single year. Their rush defense is top notch. Even though Jonathan Taylor is an unbelievable running back, this could be a really, really scary matchup for him. So I'm taking the over here on Carson Wentz. I think he throws the ball around 35, 40 times tonight just to keep it kind of close. New England's been playing very well. Their defense has looked unbelievable. And like you said, we really can't base anything off that New England and Bills game. That was just a game we've never seen before. Mac Jones threw the ball three times. They relied on Harris for the rushing, but tonight I think the Colts play very well. I think they win this game, and it's all going to be on Carson Wentz's shoulder tonight.
Complete outlier game, like you said, against Buffalo in terms of New England, and Indianapolis is favored in this game. So I mean, I didn't expect for them to come out as a favorite, but they are at home, and the over under is pretty favorable at 45. So I really like Wentz here over the passing yards. Mac Jones, I mean, you can spit me any news that you want about him going over in passing yards. I won't I won't mind if you take that over, and I don't mind if you take the under. I mean, realistically, he's got some decent pass catchers too that can pass the ball, that can catch the ball and make plays. I just don't know what I'm getting out of Belichick tonight, especially after they just completely torched the Bills on the ground. But they are missing Damian Harris tonight. I mean, it's just iffy. I think Wentz is so much more safer in the spot over 215.5, and I like Wentz in the rush yards too. I think he can easily get over here for both. A guy that can do it with his legs, and like we just discussed, I mean, New England has a really good front seven, and they can get to Carson Wentz. He might have to evade the pocket a little bit. And this is a spot where he really can do that. I mean, we see him do it once or twice a game, and he really gets like a 10, 15-yard gain out of it over his last five. I think he's 4 out of the last 5.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just not loading for me right now, unfortunately. But yeah, he's been playing really well, and he's a really really good spot tonight.
It almost seems like the safest play. I mean, it was the same kind of narrative when the Colts played Tampa Bay, and we actually saw Jonathan Taylor reach his over in that game. It was set pretty low, but he still had 83, and I just can't see myself taking the over on Jonathan Taylor, and I really can't see myself taking the under because we could see him go off for 185 like he did against Buffalo or 172 against the Jets. So you really never know what you're going to get with Jonathan Taylor. And even Stevenson, I mean, his line's pretty high, but he's going to be really the only one touching the ball here for New England. He is pretty decent running back. We've seen that so far this year. But at 69 and a half, it just seems way too high for me. And I really don't like taking under. So Carson Wentz here for the rushing yards is definitely the safest. 4 out of the last 5. You really can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, with Stevenson, I mean, 24 attempts last game, 78 yards. I mean, you'd like to see a little bit more, you know, ceiling out of that, like, you know, in terms of yards per attempt. But realistically, like, if he's going to get around 20, 25, I mean, it's hard to fade, but I know it is high, and especially after that game. And you know, the Colts have looked good. They need to win this game. So I expect the defense to step up. I expect the offense to flourish. So kind of Stevenson, I mean, you know, like I said, you can make an argument for him to get there, but for me and Riaz, we're not really on him tonight. In receiving yards, man, and between Myers, Kendrick Bourne, Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton, even Hunter Henry in the mix, is there anyone here that, you know, you're kind of going to?
Yeah, I'm on Kendrick Bourne tonight, wiping out the Bills game. He's 3 out of the last 4. In that span, his average is 47. He actually is averaging 48 yards per game on the season, and he just seems like a more reliable play here. You're kind of getting a discount here at 35 and a half, not going up to Myers at 40 and a half. But we just seen so far this year. I mean, he gets not a ton of targets, but right around 4 and 5. We've seen games where he's gotten 7, 8 targets. He the targets that he does get. I mean, he catches pretty much all of them. I mean, against Tennessee, he had 6 targets, caught 5 of them, and then he was 4 for 4 against the Falcons, and then he was 4 for 4 again against the Browns. So with just the way he's been playing this year, it seems like Mac Jones is very comfortable throwing to him. And at 35 and a half, all these lines look pretty low, just considering the fact how good both these defenses are. But Kendrick Bourne just seems like a solid play tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and then you got guys like Jack Doyle, who's coming back, should play well tonight. Realistically, he's at 17 and a half, but I mean, he's probably only going to catch 2 balls, so it's hard to, you know, it's hard to get there. I mean, Brandon Bolden, he's questionable as well. You know, you figure Stevenson gets a lot of the workload on the ground. Bolden can get some passing work. Zach Pascal is a guy that can catch one big one. But I think out of the mix, I mean, JT doesn't even look that bad either. But Kendrick Bourne, I like him a lot too. He should eat a lot of targets. Thinking about 8 targets tonight for him would be amazing. You know, so he's a guy that can get there. Good yards after the catch as well. So in terms of everything else, man, we're going to receptions, touchdowns. We got all these things. Receptions. You know, there's only 3 guys up here for the slate, and I think I'm leaning towards Michael Pittman here. I mean, we got Carson Wentz here in the passing yards. You know, we need him to have a big game. I think Pittman's going to eat a lot of the target share tonight. Hilton's a guy that doesn't get a lot of targets, so I think Pittman is very safe tonight. He could get double digit tonight. I think he will, and catch a bunch of them. So Pittman here at 4. He's just comfortable for Carson Wentz.
Without a doubt, I definitely thought Ty when he came back, he was kind of gonna take more of the target share away from Pittman, but we really haven't seen that. Pittman is a target machine. He was target machine at USC, and he's just carrying it over into his sophomore season. He's looked amazing this year. I kind of thought he was gonna get this kind of workload his rookie year, but we didn't end up seeing that. But yeah, like you said, I mean, we've seen upwards to 15 targets. To really the lowest he had was the first game of the season where it was 4. Or actually no, week 6 against Houston, he only had 3, but that was just such a blowout, 31-3. But we just see almost double-digit targets to Pittman. 4 just seems really low, just in that aspect. But I don't see any of these lines moving. I think they're definitely set in stone. We really haven't seen too many lines for these island games, just like the showdown slates, really move when it comes to kickoff. So Pittman all day. I really can't see him not getting here tonight.
Don't get me wrong, New England definitely has the ability to kind of just wipe someone out of the game, but I don't think it's going to be Pittman. I think that's going to be JT. I don't think JT's going to have a bad game, but I think that their main focus is to limit Jonathan Taylor, so they're going to make Carson Wentz do it with his arm. And Pittman's going to be the guy he's going to throw to. So that's a nice little stack we got going here. We got a Carson Wentz stack. We're kind of, you know, targeting him, correlating him with Michael Pittman, bringing it back with Kendrick Bourne here to get some targets and get some yards. So I really like the 4 guys we got realistically right now. And all these other categories, you know, only in touchdowns they got Ramondre Stevenson. Don't like that one. I mean, realistically, it's very shallow. And then in fantasy score, you know, Riaz was on Hunter Henry early in the season. He's been up and down. Definitely a guy that can do it, catch a ball in the end zone. But I mean, anyone here, or are you pretty much good on this slate?
Yeah, I'm pretty much good on this slate. I mean, JT's super high at 18 and a half, and even T.Y. Hilton at 7 seems really low. And I mean, you could definitely go back to Kendrick Bourne at 8 here. I have no problem going 8 fantasy score with him, just the volume that he gets. But really, other than that, I don't love fantasy score for NFL.
Yeah, I mean JT. I mean he's the guy that looks the safest out of his last 5 games. Has been hitting. Can do it on the ground. Can extreme red zone usage. But like I said, that'll wrap things up. I really like the stack we got tonight. Got some NBA that looks ugly, but some games that might be intriguing. NFL Saturday game only got one game, unfortunately, but it's always nice to have some football at an extra day. So that'll be it for us. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that sub button, and we'll catch you for NFL tomorrow. Peace.